Hey YouTube, it's April 24th, 2012 and you're watching the TheGameStartup channel. Today we're going to be hitting a business topic, like I mentioned yesterday in our update, and we're going to be taking a look at the entrepreneurial process and what that involves. Basically how to come up with a good business idea from a bunch of business ideas and figuring out whether that works, meeting the goals of the entrepreneur, as well as figuring out whether the required resources are needed. The first thing to do is figure out who you are as an entrepreneur, figure out what your motivations and goals are for opening up a business, figure out what your interests and commitments are to a particular project, understand your ability to take risk, not your willingness to take risk. Some people are more risk willing than others, but that's not necessarily your direct ability. You got to really look at what it'll mean to take a risk, and as well as look at the entrepreneur's financial and social capital. The next step is to identify the opportunities that are in front of you. Really figuring out what ideas you have for businesses, whether that be fulfilling a need that you see in front of you, or just building a business around a personal interest or hobby, as well as it could happen out of a chance happening that all of a sudden this light bulb sparks on that says, oh, here's a business opportunity is right here. From those ideas, you're going to take and go through a screening process of figuring out whether this idea creates or adds value to customers, whether it provides a sustainable competitive advantage. What is it that you're offering that's better than your competitors, especially in the eyes of the consumer. Whether the concept for the business is marketably and financially viable. This involves really digging in and figuring out and going through developing sales forecasts, figuring out your startup costs, writing up a draft cash budget, figuring out projected income statements, as well as developing a projected balance sheet. The last thing in screening your ideas is to figure out whether or not the idea has low exit costs. If a company has a 3 to 5 year ramp up period, that definitely doesn't have low exit costs. That's going to take quite a bit to get out of the business. So how is that going to affect you if the business doesn't work out, or you just decide that you want to get out? Are you able to? How much commitment are you putting forward into making this business work? After you've screened out your ideas and you say, this is a good idea, I want to pursue it, you really got to develop that opportunity, and that involves understanding the needs of the marketplace and whether you're going to meet them, developing an entry strategy. How are you going to get into this industry? How are you going to get in front of consumers? This can either be developing a brand new product or service that consumers have never seen before, adding to the value of an existing product or service that's out there, adding a twist to it, whether that be a new feature that consumers haven't seen before, or setting up price differences between you and your competitors. As well as the third option is franchising. That can definitely be an opportunity that you can explore as well. The last bit of developing the opportunity is developing your business plan, which is basically figuring out why this business is an opportunity and how it will reach success, and really putting that down on paper, and then giving that to advisors that around you in order to get an idea of whether this is a good idea, not only in your mind but in other people's minds as well. That'll really give you an idea of maybe this is a good opportunity, but people will be willing to point out areas where you need to improve before going forward. So once you've identified your opportunities, you really got to identify whether or not you have the resources behind the idea to actually make the thing happen. And those can be both financial, knowledge, as well as other resources. financial, basically you're going to be pulling on whatever cash you can get available to you to make sure that you have enough cash flow to make the business work. This can be from personal savings, love money, like from family or friends, getting the interest of private investors, venture capitalists, financial institutions, usually in the form of loans, as well as getting lines of credit with your suppliers. The knowledge side of resources is determining whether or not there's enough knowledge within the business about the business operations aspects of the business, technology, as well as whether or not you have enough knowledge or your employees have enough knowledge about the industry and about the product itself. So once you've figured out whether the opportunity meets the needs of the entrepreneur as well as is met by the needs of the resources, you basically take a look at how each compares to each other. The entrepreneur compared to the opportunity compared to the resources, and the resources compared to the entrepreneur, and you see if you have a fit between all three of those things. If you have a fit, then it's a good chance that you will have the ability to move forward and be successful in that business idea. But if you find that you don't have a fit between those things, those three different components, then it's time to really assess whether this is a good opportunity for you, and likely it's a good idea to exit this opportunity. It's just not a fit for you, and you really just got to focus on putting your energy into things that you know are really you're going to have a commitment to, and you have the resources behind it that can make it work. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed hearing a bit about how you walk through the entrepreneurial process. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to answering anything that you would like more information on. As well, remember to subscribe to TheGameStartup channel so you can get daily updates from me on how this project is going. And I hope to see you tomorrow, YouTube. Have a great night. Cheers.